there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
You know, we were all brought up to believe that everyone should have a right to their own opinion. Now, let me tell you the danger of that. If your sister lived across the way from me, and I see 10 guys coming out of her apartment, I can have all kinds of opinions. She could be a language instructor, ballet instructor, but if you give everybody a right to their own opinion, it becomes damaging. Because I remember the beginning of the space program. Somebody said you wouldn't see man on the moon for 1,000 years. A guy like that should say, I don't know enough about rocketry, I don't know anything about space travel, therefore I can't give you an answer. Learning how to say, I don't know, is the most difficult thing. Don't take my word for anything. Just ask any congressman, how would you stop automobiles from hitting each other? I don't know. How can you increase the agricultural yield so everyone can eat? I don't know. Well, what the hell do they know? Our problems today are not political. 100 years ago, politics was all right, not that good. Today, our problems are technical. Everything that you have, your radio, your television, your airplanes, your transportation, is all technical. If it wasn't for technology, you'd be pulling boats along the Volga River. It's technology that moves things forward. Lighting, transportation, tunnels under the ground bringing water to you. If you turned off Boulder Dam, all the refrigerators, all the food in all the refrigerators would spoil immediately. All traffic would come to a stop. Now people say, well, you trouble with you, John, is you want to give people things for nothing. I'm sure you've heard that. Let me tell you a little bit about things for nothing. Just being born in any technical country today, you got the lights, the telephone, the washing machine, air transportation. You had nothing to do with that. You got it for nothing, just being born here. The only trouble is businessmen want things for nothing without putting out anything for nothing. So you have a society that's a predatory society. If you get your car banged up, somebody makes money fixing it. You get a toothache, the dentist makes $1,500 for a root canal job. So everybody makes money on every form of misery. Now when a doctor says your kidney has to come out, is he trying to pay off a new car, or does your kidney have to come out? So they use the word trust. Really, there's no such thing. Everybody signs contract because they don't trust each other. Think about it. Then you got the religious people, another interesting group. They really believe there's a guy up in the clouds that made a man and a woman and put them in a beautiful garden. Of course, later on he kicked them out. This is all loving guy, by the way. He kicked them out of this beautiful garden, and then he looks down at the earth and he doesn't like the way things are going. So he creates the bubonic plague that kills half of the earth's population. And if you don't follow his teachings, you burn eternally. Well, is that a psychopath? Man creates God in his own image. A jerk that gets angry, creates floods, that isn't God. That's a man-made attempt at trying to evaluate how all this came about. When you look up at the clouds, say, I don't know how it came. You don't make up any stories. It's amazing that people accept that. And somebody came to me and said, Jock, you want to try to make the world a better place. I said, it isn't me that wants to make the world a better place. The world is falling apart. Well, my kingdom is up there, the guy said. And I said, you forgot the Lord's Prayer. It says, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. There's no business up there, no private ownership, no money. And that's what Jesus said. I didn't say that. I'm not religious, by the way. So the religious guy doesn't even know what the hell he's reading. The Jews were crossing the Red Sea, and Moses lifted up his staff, and the sea parted so the Jews can walk across. God could have put them on the other side without the sea parting. Angels have wings. If they flew around without wings, that would be really interesting. Man is so stupid, he doesn't even know how to create a God. If you don't understand a resource-based economy, it means that we would declare all the Earth's resources as the common heritage of all the world's people. Where do you think we got this country from? We took it by force and violence. And we took it from Mexico, Spain, and after we stole all the land we needed, well, this is true of all the other countries, we put up the sign, thou shalt not steal. I can't say very much for the future. All I know is that I can't get on NBC, CBS, or any major station. I think I was on Larry King about 4 times. And he said to me, Jock, what do you think of Christianity? I said, it's a wonderful idea. When are they putting it into practice? He said to me, the trouble with you is you criticize everything. I really didn't. One day I said, Larry, if you have an airbag in front of you, if you get hit on the side, your head goes right through the glass. So the whole inside has to be an airbag. So he said, why don't they do that? I can't answer that. Why they don't do it. Why do you have war? We don't have war to bring democracy to another country. We have war to take oil or take advantage of that country. We don't go to bring goodness to anybody. That is not the like of the business world, to give you advantage without payment. The business world gives you the business. Now, of course, I'm going to tell you this, that the businessman will be happier in a resource-based economy. This is very hard for people to understand. The richest capitalist is usually a dummy. I had one over my house the other day at the Venus Project, and he said to me, if you're so smart, how come you're not rich? I said, you're rich, how come you're not smart? Really, I got all these ideas from the human body. People think I got it from communism. Communism uses money. Communism has banks. It has armies, navies, social stratification, and government. We don't have any of those things. It has nothing in common with any established system. So when we get to the question period later on, you can question the hell out of me. But don't be polite. If you have any questions, just come right at it. And if you ask a question, if I fail to answer it, say, you didn't answer my question. Don't be polite. Thank you for your time.